We're recording. Hi.
If
All
you guys
right.
are watching this, whether it's now or later, it's one of two reasons. You're either talking to Lindsey or I currently right now about potentially partnering up with us, or one of our business partners in our organization has sent you this video because our stories are probably going to resonate with you. Our backgrounds might resonate with you, or how we talk about this business might resonate with you. So, our goal with this call, guys, we're going to try to keep this under 15 minutes. We're going to share a little bit about our backgrounds. I feel like one of those Drake songs, backgrounds, where we came from. But more importantly, we're going to share how this business actually works, what we actually do, how do you get involved, right? The most common question, how do you make money? All that kind of fun stuff. So, for anyone who does not know, hello, my name is Veronica. I'm from Chicago, born and raised. I went to school for business, finished up school, and became a bartender because why else do you go to college? But my story is a little bit different. Okay. My story, I come from the nightlife industry. So I spent a large part of my 20s serving tables and pouring champagne into bottles and seeing really wealthy men spend 10, 15, $20,000 on a table. And I learned at like 21, 22, if there's someone who has $20,000 to spend on a bottle of champagne, there is way more in this world than I even can fathom, because like I grew up in this kind of bubble and I was making great money. Don't get me wrong. When you're working in the nightlife industry, you're making 4 or 5 grand a night, which is great, but it's fast money. It's when I'm 50, I can't be pouring bottles of champagne into someone's glass. I mean, maybe if I have a good doctor, but probably not. So I learned in my early 20s that like I want to build something. I wanted to be the girl dropping 20 grand at the club. I wanted to be the one with the jet. I wanted to be the one to say, hey, let's go fly somewhere because I feel like it, and not being on the other way around. And that's like what really opened up my eyes to the idea of entrepreneurship. I knew right then and there, I will never work for somebody. So I personally have never worked in, I mean, I did, it was like a 6 month stint in corporate. It doesn't really make, I don't talk about it because it wasn't such a small fraction of my life. So after that, I packed a one-way ticket, moved to Los Angeles, built up a door-to-door and business-to-business team. And I'm going to summarize this for you guys in 90 seconds. That taught me my strengths. My strengths lied in people development, leadership development, training teams of people, and really just kind of like, in my opinion, coaching, being a cheerleader to someone who needs a cheerleader. You know what I mean? And I spent a lot of years looking for an industry where I can allow those qualities to shine, because there are certain industries those qualities aren't going to help you, but there are certain industries those qualities are going to help you become a millionaire. The direct sales industry is one of them. So when this was first presented to me, probably like most of you watching this, I was like, no thanks, good luck. Like, ooh, sorry about that, I'm good. And then one day I saw my girlfriend, who was a lawyer, start working with It Works, and I was like, okay, well, you went to law school and you're a nurse and you're a doctor and you're all here like selling wraps and shampoos and face washes. Like, there's got to be more. I started peeling back the layers, and obviously here I am. So I'm going to do a quick backstory. In the past 18 months of my business, I was able to match my day job income and leave my full-time job. In my first 18 months of my business, I've paid off over 17 grand in debt. I've qualified for the free Cadillac. I've went on the trips. I've qualified for over 3+ trips, 2 of them being with my boyfriend. So I'm one of those people that, as much of a skeptic as I was, I'm a classic example of someone who's still created massive success in this business because I gave myself a shot. I'd probably still be stalking somebody on their Instagram being like, I don't think that's real, if I didn't actually just give myself a shot. So my goal with you guys today is to have an open mind, really listen in, because you never know, like, this can be your answer to a problem that you think can't be fixed. It can. It really can. I'm breathing living proof, and so is Lindsey. So that's a little bit about myself.
And I'm just going to tap in. My story is not as adventurous and wonderful as yours, because you have literally experienced life like from all aspects, and I admire you for that, and very inspirational. But I have been friends with Veronica for about, it'll be 2 years. But you would never know that it's only been that short stint because of how close we are right now. And that's what I was looking for when I was looking into the business, was for a circle, was for community, and was for what this could do for me from a mental stability standpoint, and having that pat on the back from not the same people every single day. And so my backstory is that I do work full time. I work from 7 to 4 every day, Monday through Friday. This business has been helping me do a lot of different things. Like, I travel with my boyfriend, I go on vacations with other people. Like, it's been nice. COVID's been a little bit more restrictive. But working this full time, or working my business while I'm working full time has literally opened up my eyes to tell me that I can do things and that it is possible to do different things all at the same time. And what else this has done for me is it's helped me pay off 2 credit cards. It's helped me get rid of IRS back taxes. So being able to have that ability, even in a time when people weren't sure of where their money was coming from, the fact that I was able to make that happen in the last, I guess, 10 months now, it's been insane. And it's been like incredible. And it's really made me a true believer in how direct sales works. So that's a little bit about my story. And in case you're wondering, I'm 33. I live with my boyfriend out of Atlanta. So that's my little story. So let's move on. All right. So a little bit about Money. We are family owned and operated. We are based out of Miami. Everything is US based. We have our distribution center there. We have our customer service center. It's only 7 years old at this point. I think 6.5, to be honest. We started in 2014. We are a billion-dollar company. For being only 6 years old is pretty incredible. There are companies that are, been around for 30, 40 years that are direct sales just like we are, but they're just now hitting that cusp. And then we also have this incredible compensation plan that is unlike any others. It's helped me obviously pay off my debt. It's helped Veronica pay off her debt. And also given us the freedom to be able to travel and do things and buy things that we never thought we'd be able to do. So, all right.
Literally the best comp plan on the market. I'm a numbers girl. I'm a money girl. I did a lot of research before partnering up with the brand, because when I ran a door-to-door team, it was all commission based, and AT&T was very generous with their comp plan for their door-to-door reps. And once I saw a Fortune 500 client be generous, I was like, okay, now I know what it looks like. So now I need to find a company that's also just as generous, but gives me my freedom back, where I don't have to run a brick and mortar location. So let's talk some stats, because these were really important to me. If I was going to partner with a company, it was going to be the best, or I wasn't going to partner with them, because I wasn't going to put my face in a company I didn't believe in. So it does not matter if you ask your Siri or your Alexa or your Google Home or whatever thing that we talk to this day, or not lately, we are the #1 hair care company in North America. We are the #1 hair care company. You guys, we're not sold in stores. You can't walk into a Sephora and buy our products. You can't walk into, a Sally's and get these products. You can literally only get these products directly through an independent distributor. And yet we are still #1. It's because our products literally do what they are supposed to do. And Lindsey's going to dive into that here in a second. What stuck out to me the most when I started my business, these are pre-COVID numbers, okay? There was over 700% growth. I don't know, like if we were a publicly traded company right now, our stocks would be flying through the roof, because that is a lot of new business owners. That is a lot of new organizations that are being built. And in this industry, you can go from 0 to 100 in 5-6 months. So to think about the amount of organizations that have been built off of that growth is absolutely insane to me. And then if we dive into this even deeper and talk about what we represent, well, when I started the company, we were just a hair care company. All we offered was shampoos, conditioners, leave-in conditioners, all things hair. And I was happy with that, because in the next 3 years alone, it's still going to grow by another 20 billion. But then our company said, no, we're going to add more. And then we added skincare last year. In the last year alone with our skincare line, we are the 10th most commonly purchased skincare brand. Again, we're not sold. I know that's not on here. It's just something that I know. Like that's a pretty big deal. On top of that, the skincare industry is expected to grow by 80 billion in the next 3 years. You guys, that's my paychecks growing. That's Lindsey's paychecks growing. That's you right now who doesn't think you can do this, your paycheck growing. Because that growth happening in that industry is a reflection of our businesses growing. So when we say we're partnered with the best in the industry, we mean it, but we're also representing a consumable product that's never going to go anywhere. We're not changing someone's routine. I'm just saying, I'm going to take away your Bumble and Bumble, and I'm going to put in your Monet products. I'm going to take away your Neutrogena face wash. I'm going to put in your Monet Neutrogena or your Monet face wash. It's really all about utilizing your platform to your extent to be a part of the growth that we're about to be having. And then on top of all of that, we have 1.2 million customers who order every single month, and yet we still have less than a 1% return rate. So when we tell you guys the products speak for themselves, we really, really mean it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So speaking of the products, I know that a lot of us have really gotten into like natural base, especially now with COVID. People are really starting to take care of themselves and really take notice of what they're putting into their bodies and onto their bodies. So all of our products are anti-aging, vegan, naturally based, cruelty-free for the hair and skin. Our wellness is gluten-free. There are no preservatives or artificial flavors or sweeteners. And honestly, it tastes like there's a bunch of sugar, but there's not. Um, the ingredients are patented, the formulas are patented, so you're not going to find any of the products out there on over the counter stuff like ours, not even prescription products, and those have tons of nasty ingredients in them. The biggest selling product that we have is our oil. Our oil literally can be used on your hair, your skin, your face, your body. It can be used like to help your dog, which I did over the summer. It can literally be used for anything and everything that you could possibly think of that needs healing. Um, and we've got options for all hair and skin types. So whether you've got an oily face, dry face, your acne is really bad, if you've got super over processed hair, ethnic hair, it doesn't matter. Like we've got something for everyone. We also don't like to use any parabens, sulfates, silicones, the PHTH word, plastic microbeads. Instead, we use like actual seeds and things like that that can be biodegradable and actually go into the earth. We don't use any harmful colors or fragrances. Like that's super important because you could have an allergic reaction to those things and not realize it. And like I said earlier, everything that we do is done here in the States. It's done in Miami, Florida. So if you ever want to go down there and see the building, we got you. We got you an address. So that's a little bit, a quick overview of our products. And honestly, I have tons of clients and market partners that love our products and they can't go back. Like they can't. So yeah.
Let's chat a little bit about our business. This is my favorite thing to talk about. So maybe you're kind of like me, who I wasn't like a skeptic of the industry because I know how powerful the direct sales industry is. Again, I did door-to-door sales. Like I know the power of face-to-face, right? But I was a really big skeptic of the online space. It just didn't make sense to me. In my mind, if you can make that much money online, like why isn't everyone doing it? You know what I mean? Like that's what I kept on asking myself. And then I realized it's because so many of us are like me and we don't take the time to educate ourselves on this industry. So what we do is no different than what you probably already do on your social media. I'm going to use my earbuds as an example. Okay, let's say that I got these new earbuds and I put them in my ear and then I hop on my story. I'm like, you guys need these earbuds. It's a noise canceling AirPods. I cannot hear anything around me. If you struggle with, if you travel a lot and you struggle with noise, you need these AirPods. Let's say that's all I say on my story. What happens? My inbox gets lit up. Oh my God, I need those. Where are those from? Oh, I've been looking for a pair like that. How much were they? Where can I find them? This and that and this and that. And then what do? We say, let me send you the link of where I got them. And then they go buy them. And you just made $0, but you just made Apple 500. And the concept is simply just social selling. It really is just that. We get to share products we love with people we love on our social media in a very like relationship based way. I think that's why our company is so effective is we don't have a spammy in your face marketing strategy. It's shampoo. Like I don't have to sell it. The results sell itself. It's skincare. Like I wash my face and I talk about it. People are like, wow, your skin looks really good, right? So from a very bird's eye view, we build our business from sharing products and growing our team. The cool part in this industry with our particular company is there's 3 ways you can make money with no team at all. So if you're watching this right now and you're like, I don't want to manage, no worries. I have tons of girls on my team who make wild money strictly off of their personal sales. Now, I want to talk about some things that should be important if you're looking to do this with someone, all right? First things first, we don't have inventory. That's a big deal. Imagine buying products and then stuffing them in your closet and then having to ship them out, meaning you have to package them and go to the post office and send them. And then you're responsible if something breaks or happens in the middle. And then if you don't sell them, you just lost a bunch of money because they're just sitting in your closet. Yeah, we don't do that. With your business, you get a free website, meaning when a customer is ready to order, they order it directly from the site and then it gets shipped directly to their to their front porch, whatever, from our distribution center in Miami. I don't deal with the in-between. If there's problems, our customer service team deals with it. If there's a return, our customer service team deals with it. We're really just the face of the company, which is what I love the most, right? We have a car program and trip incentives. I'm going to talk about this really quickly because when I first heard about the car program and free trips, honestly, guys, I didn't even read the emails. When like they would start talking about cars, I'd be like, I'm not going to get a car. Like, you're wild. I'm good. here I am qualifying for my free car. So our car program is a very middle rank in the company. It's not the top. We have multiple options at the top, but at a very middle rank at the company, you qualify for a free paid for Cadillac. Yes, it's literally a free paid for Cadillac. There's no gray area. They give you a down payment for the car, and then they give you monthly payments as long as you maintain your rank. When you hit the top rank of the company, you can now pick between a Range Rover or a Jaguar. I don't know about you. I pay $500 a month for my, what do I have? A Mazda. And to not have to pay that anymore motivates the crap out of me. Like that was really exciting to me. So that's definitely there for you guys. We have tons of trip incentives. So just like any other marketing and sales company, there's quarterly conferences, there's galas, right? We're going to celebrate each other's wins. The cool part about ours is that they're not always based on your team. Sometimes if you're sales focused, you still qualify for these trips. Our company really allows all types of people to be able to join these. And it's not just targeting the elite or the top 3%. Anybody can qualify for these. I qualified for one at almost the beginning rank of this company. And then I'm going to talk about being able to do this business on your own terms. Lindsey works 40 plus hours a week. When I first began my business, I was working full time until I was able to match my day job income. This was all about me working my business in the small pockets of my day. In the morning, before I walked into the office, 20 minutes during lunch, an hour when I got home after my hours were a little flexible, but an hour when I got home. It's all about when do you have the time? You don't work for me. You don't work for her. You don't work for whoever sent you this video. You work for you. So whatever results you want to create in this industry, you can create them based on your current schedule and based on when you're able to fit this in. So I never want someone to think that you're pressured to show up. It's not how this business is like. I'm going to have Lindsey talk about the community. I'm just going to touch on the training because I think this is my favorite part. When you start your business, if you're anything like me, I was really afraid. I didn't even know how to make a story. I was like, how do you make these cool fonts? And there's different colors and there's boxes and there's pictures. And like, I'm 30, but like, I had no idea what the hell was going on. So when you start your business, not only do you have a back office with tons of trainings from corporate that comes for free, you're instantly given access to multiple different Facebook groups with multiple different pre-made trainings, not just from me, from people better than me, from $1 million earners, from all of the directors, all of the top income earners. It's sitting there and to be handed to you so you can learn off of the bat. So there's never going to be a point of time where you won't know what to do, ever. You're always going to have the tools. You just have to be the one to execute on them. Do you want to chat a little bit about the community?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think like the biggest part is a lot of people think that when you join a team for a direct sales company, you're literally looked at as a number. And I think that's what sets our business apart is that you're not a number. You're a person that's a part of the family, that's a friend, that somebody's going to come to you and talk with you as if you're a human. You're not just a person that's selling or a person that's trying to hit a rank. Like you are actually going to be considered a human being. And that's like one of the biggest things I love about it. We get personal development, like podcasts and just mindset refocusing. And that type of support can be crucial for anybody that might be stuck, that doesn't know what to do with their lives. And this business could literally change their lives from a mental standpoint and show them how great they really can be. And that's like the biggest thing I've taken away from it. I may not hit like a certain rank by a certain date, but I've got people behind me that are pushing me and helping me and encouraging me to like push through whatever mental blocks that I have. And that may not even be business related. It could be like, since I work full time, it could be something happening at work. It's just a simple text of, how's your day going? What can I do to help you? Do you need to vent? Do you want to talk to somebody? Having that, I think, is the biggest plus for me personally, and anybody else that struggles with mental stability or like your confidence level or your self-esteem are not so great. This is the business for you because we literally build each other up every single morning and every single night. So that's just a little bit about that. We also have several like group chats that are fantastic, and we just share our wins and how we can better ourselves, and the encouragement is fantastic. All right, so the big question, how do we get started? So you're ready to go. You have all these questions answered. So the big one is, how do you get started? So to start, you just get an investment. You're going to invest in yourself. So we have these product bundles, these packs that are literally meant for you. It's not like meant to like sell to anybody. Like we want you to be able to show your own results. And we have several different types of packs to choose from. You're not going to have to worry about monthly quotas like some of these other companies that are direct sales. And you don't have to like sell a certain amount in order to maintain activity or to maintain whatever it is that some of those other companies have. You don't have to make any other purchases to hit these ranks, to make your bonuses. Like, this is all you working on selling yourself essentially, and what we stand for. It's a very, very small risk with an extremely high return, whether that comes in the form of money or in the form of confidence. And then also our bonus program is fantastic. You have about 90 days to get yourself up and running, and you can literally make over $2,000 in your first 3 months if you really put pedal to the metal, and that can multiply on top of that depending on how much you want to put in. So let's move on to the different packs. So we've got 3 different types of $200 packs and $199 packs. And these come with a variety of different products, including samples, your training book, and then also things that you can give out to other people as pamphlets. I'm trying to think of the word, literature. So these products are fantastic. We have 3 to choose from that are great for each hair type. So we've got one for someone that may need some extra love from a moisture standpoint. The first one was for volume. So if you've got fine limp hair, this is the pack for you. If you have oily skin or normal skin, but you also want to have bomb ass hair, this is the product for you to start off with, or the product pack for you to start off with. And then it builds from there. So then we got a $349 pack, and this includes wellness as well as everything that you saw in those other product packs. And it just keeps building. So then we've got the next one, which is the best investment, in my opinion, is this $599 pack, because you get all the skincare, you get the wellness, a few of the wellness products, and just about the essential styling and shampoo and conditioning products, as well as the oil, which by all means, if you don't have the oil, you need to get that. And then more samples to be able to send out to friends and family. And again, the training packs as well. And then this is the big honcho. This is $7.99. This is literally every product that we have. If you're like thinking, oh my gosh, $7.99, that's a lot of money. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because if you want to start a business, if you want to start a brick and mortar, you're looking at like 100, 150K just to open it. And then you got to go talk to people to help you invest in that. And that's a lot of money. This is $800. This will literally set you up for success. You can give these products to friends and family if you'd like to, if it doesn't fit your hair or skin type. I mean, this is literally the biggest investment that you will ever make in yourself, and it's 100% worth it. So anyway, V, before we finish, what is the biggest piece of advice that you'd like to give somebody that's sitting there on the cusp that is just like, I want to pull the trigger, but I'm not sure?
I think my piece of advice is this: if you have ever in your life recommended a hairstylist, a nail lady, a coffee shop, a restaurant, your favorite makeup brand, your favorite workout clothes, your favorite gym, your favorite cell phone provider, if you've ever recommended something to a friend or family member and then they purchased it, that's it. That's what we do. Like, it's not more complicated than that. I think so many of us really overcomplicate this business, and it's very simple. We're on our phone all day, any day. You're on Instagram all day anyway. So what this business allows you to do is take that time that you're going to be on there and utilize it to potentially make you an income, or potentially impact hundreds of thousands of lives if that's what you're motivated by. And I think for me, like, I really had to sit down and ask myself, is this life that I'm living today what I can see myself living for the next 10, 15 years? And my answer was no. I wasn't happy with my bank account. I wasn't happy in the place I was living. I wasn't happy with the closet that I have. I wasn't happy with the car that I was driving. I wasn't happy with when I went grocery shopping, I had to check my checkings and then see, can I afford to get what I want? I have to move my savings around. I wasn't happy that when I had to book a trip, I couldn't book a trip until I checked my account. Like, that's not freedom to me. Freedom isn't being strapped by my money. Freedom isn't waking up in a house and being like, I'm grateful for what I have, but like, my closet's mushed and my bathroom is mushed up. And I just wanted more. And I created it because I saw an avenue, I saw a vehicle that can take me where I want to go. And I think so many people look at this and they're like, well, I don't want to become a millionaire. That's fine. You don't have to want to become a millionaire. But do you want to make an extra $500? Because cool, you can do that by doing the same shit you already do on your phone today, right now. Do you want to be able to pay off some debt a little bit quicker than 10 years? Okay, cool. You can do that with what you're doing right now. Do you want to be able to take your kids on an extra trip and not have to take time off of work and get on, like, okay, cool. You can do that with what you're doing right now. And I just think it's so important to ask yourself, like, are you happy? I'm not saying, are you grateful? You should always be grateful for what you have because something is better than nothing, but are you happy? Because if you're not, nothing changes by doing the same shit. That's crazy. That's like a crazy concept that we've grown up living in. Okay. You have to do different to create different. You have to try different to create different. You have to fuck up a little bit and try something new and like suck at it and then recognize, oh my God, this can be what changes my life. And it might not be this. Maybe you're watching it and you're like, I'm going to make an Etsy shop or I'm going to become a baker. Just do it. Make 2021 the year that you do it, or else it's no different than 2020 and 2019 and 2018. But when I tell you guys, this is a vehicle that can change generations, literally generations to come, I mean that. We're in 5 countries. We're not even global. We're in 5 countries, you guys. There is so much room for growth. If you're watching this and you're an entrepreneur at heart, you're money motivated at heart, you need to be in the direct sales industry because there's no other industry that can make you a millionaire faster than this industry with zero experience, with zero education under your belt, with zero network. There's nothing else like this industry. It doesn't exist.
100%. You stole all the words right out of my mouth. But yeah, and if you're still sitting and just wondering like what you can and can't do, just stop saying you can't and just do it. I think that's the biggest thing, is that we put ourselves through this like gauntlet of, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that, and that's a limiting belief, and that's not going to get you anywhere. So stop saying you can't and just do it. And the worst thing that could happen, like I said earlier, you have bomb ass hair and bomb ass skin, like, and your gut is healthy as it's been. That's really the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, you can literally pay off debt. You can go travel. You can leave your full time if you so please. You can go chase after your dreams. This is like what Veronica said. This is the vehicle that could get you there. So that's all that we have for you guys. I hope that you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon.